How's it going, y'all? Back for a new damn video. Eagles versus Giants. Thursday night, primetime game. You already know what's going to happen. All right, look. Let's get into this game real quick. And everything that's going on with us, now J.J. has an ACL tear. We all were complaining about run the ball more, run the ball more, run the ball more. Because, as I said before, Doug in his career has a winning record of like 10 wins and only like 3 losses when the team rushes over 100 yards or he runs the ball more than 20 plus times or around those carries. I can't remember the exact stats, so if I'm wrong, sorry. But we were bitching and complaining about him not running the ball. And it looks like we're not going to be running the ball again. Well, of course, we're running it, but it looks like we're not going to get an established run game going. Now with Ajayi out completely. Now he's out with an ACL tear. Done. His career might be done because he came into the league with knee injuries. That's why he fell in the draft. Okay? So now you got Wendell Smallwood back there. And as I said, he deserves a shot because of what he did last week. He played a hell of a game. He caught a touchdown. He did drop one ball. But everyone criticized him for it. He returned with a touchdown. And, he had some very tough runs between the tackles. You also got Corey Clement, I think, who's coming back. He should be back for this game. Darren Sproles, they said they're not sure this week. They still haven't made an answer on it, so it'll probably be next week. I'm not going to hang my hat on him being there Thursday night, which is in 2 days, okay? But now J.J. is out. There's a lot of talk about us trying to get a new running back, et cetera, et cetera. Look, I don't know what's going to happen, okay? They could trade for a back. They just did restructure Fletcher Cox's deal, which opened up cap space for this year and I think next year. Okay, so that's a plus. If you wanted to say bring in Le'Veon Bell and then give him his bread and have enough money, but at the same time, there's talk about McCoy and so many others, which we can go on about. But let's get down to this game right now with the players we have, okay? I still say run the ball. You got to start out with the run, keep the RPOs going, etc. This line needs help, and Zach Sam Malu, whoever the hell his name is, okay, they put him at guard, took out Wisniewski, which was so stupid, okay? I looked at it, it says his stats, he has 5 pressures last week, okay? And it says Wisniewski only gave up 6 over his last 4 games that he played. So I don't even know why he got benched, okay? I still don't know why or what's going on there, but he should definitely be back on the field. The line is just not good, and they're going against this Giants defensive line, which is pretty solid. They have, Damian, Snacks, his nickname is, Damian Harrison, but he's not a good pass rusher. He's really good against the run, though. Really good against the run. They got some pretty decent pieces on the D line, and they can generate pressure. So, you get what I'm saying. Landon Collins out there. Of course, they got Norris Jenkins, so they have really good corners and safety help and whatnot. What I'm worried about is, honestly, and you guys should be shocked, but I'm worried about their offense. Now, look, Eli Manning is done. Okay? He's toast. And last year he was terrible too, and his 2 best games were like against us. And this is when our defense was on a roll, and our defense was way better then than it is now. Okay? But, okay, because I'm looking at Odell Beckham's going to smoke our guys. Jalen Mills. Even Sterling Shepard, young Shepard, Sterling Shepard, whatever you want to call his ass, he's going to get some stuff on us. Ingram, I'm not really too scared of. Barkley, we could definitely shut down the run. We're number 1 team in shutting down the run this year, and one of the top 5. So I'm not really scared of him. Barkley, maybe out of the backfield catching passes I am, because our linebackers really ain't that good. But the receivers I am scared of. And they were the ones who exposed us last year with the quick passing game, doing the boom, 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 quick passes. But this is the one that I can hang my hat on, that I'm hoping for, okay? Ben McAdoo was the coach last year when they were doing all this quick passing stuff, all right? Remember, quick pass, blah, blah, blah. He started to figure us out a little bit because he was playing us for, 2 years? How many years? Whatever. How long he was a coach there. He was there, and he started figuring us out. They got Pat Sherman now, and I'm not saying Pat Sherman's a bad coach, but I'm hoping that he goes back to what he did when he was a Minnesota Vikings offensive coordinator. Because if you guys remember that game, he was the offensive coordinator, and yes, he called most of the offense because Mike Zimmer is a defensive-minded head coach. He called the defense. They gave Pat Sherman the job as the offensive coordinator. If you remember that game in Philly when he was the Vikings coordinator, NFC Championship game, he failed to adjust. Okay? You've seen that things were going wrong. Picks were getting thrown, fumbles, this and that. He failed to adjust. He just kept it stuck with the same game plan, and it cost them that NFC title game, all right? And then I also look at, I think he was the offensive coordinator the year that we beat them in 2016, Carson Wentz's rookie year. He failed to adjust once again. Okay? That's just me looking at it. The Giants' offensive line is terrible. We should be able to get to Eli Manning and put him down. But I look at last week. They played bad, and then out of nowhere, Eli Manning actually started looking solid. Okay, in that Panthers game. They started clicking. They could have won the game, and they lost with a 63-yard field goal. All right? One thing I will say about this game, I'm not expecting a big game out of Carson Wentz because every time we play the Giants, both quarterbacks end up throwing interceptions. No matter who we have a quarterback, there's always an INT here, INT there by either side. So we'll see what happens with that. But if we can generate pressure on Eli like we've done in years past, right? Last year was those two games we weren't able to do anything to Eli, and they knew our game plan somehow, some way. But in years prior, it was always we were like the kryptonite to Eli. We would get to him, sack, on him all night. The advantage is in their court, it's at their house. Okay, cool. But I feel like if we can just get pressure on him, we can stop him from doing anything, which teams been doing all year. Dallas did it, and their D-line isn't even all that. And a couple other teams, well, anyone they played this year, they're 1-4. But this is a season game right here. This is the season-defining moment right here in this game because if we get win, we go up to 3-3, and we also, move up in the NFC East, and we also, then we could worry about these other games coming up. You got Jacksonville, and you got Carolina, and this team and that team. But as of right now, this is what we need because then if we can somehow pull out a win here in MetLife, we can somehow pull that out. We get the 10-day rest, and then we go and face whoever's next. I can't even remember right now. I'm stuck on the Giants. But their back's against the wall too, and their season's on the line. They showed a lot last week because they came back and I started watching. I'm like, wow, they got something going on here. And if they keep that rolling from where they started, I mean, where before it ended in that second half, if they bring that into here, against us, might be in a world of trouble. Now, I'm not expecting much out of this game. I think we can definitely win this game, but both teams are looking to get, what I'm saying? Both these teams are looking to try to win this thing. You know what I'm saying? They need it. They might need it more than us. They'll go 1-5, and they're done after that if they lose this game. We're not really done, but we're kind of shaky. But thank God we're in the worst division in the NFL, right next to the NFC North, which has ties and all types of stuff going on down there. But that's all I got to say. Generate pressure on Eli. Get the run game going. All right. Alshon, put him or put Aguilar, whoever on Eli Apple. Because in my opinion, we can rip him up all day. And if Aguilar, who of course is faster than Alshon, he can be a deep threat. We can get some deep balls going. Even last week I see Shelton Gibbs have a nice catch. But let's go Birds. See what happens. I'm looking at hopefully 3-3. Hopefully this is like 2003. You guys remember that? 2003, I think it was. When we were down, we were 2-3 in the division, and till 2-3 in general. Everyone's season was on the line. We went down to the Netherlands. You guys remember that? And Brian Westbrook, had that return punt. 10-14 win. We ended up ripping off a whole bunch of wins after that. Had a home field advantage. Ended up going to the NFC title game. And the Blues like always in that Andy Reid and McNabb era. But this is a whole different time, a whole different era. Let's see what happens Thursday night. I'm hoping for a win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. The team is just not clicking. They're just not all there on all cylinders like they were last year. And I don't expect it. They're not the same team. But Carson's the least of the problem, in my opinion. He's been playing lights out. Not lights out, but you look at his stats from last year and this year over 3 games. He actually has better stats this year over his first 3 games over last year's first 3 games, and he was going to be MVP last year. So he's been doing his thing. He has been fumbling a lot because there's not protection. But let's just hope we can pull this out. Let's go Birds.